Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 4-H Awards of Excellence ceremony. I am Lane Fritch, Arkansas 4-H president from Benton County. Thank you for joining us for tonight's event. We will celebrate the outstanding work of Arkansas's top 4-H members and the wonderful support of our many donors. Just like our theme, these individuals have truly gone wild for 4-H. We are so pleased to have the Arkansas Electric Cooperatives as a huge part of tonight's program. Please rise as Noah Luke Smith, State Officer at Large from Faulkner County, and Jocelyn Rudd, Ouachita District Vice President from Garland County, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the 4-H Pledge.
Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health for better living, for my club, my community, my country, and my world.
Thank you, Noah, Luke, and Jaslyn. I'm Katie Head, Delta District Vice President from Greene County, and joining me in welcoming a few guests this evening is Sejal Burnett, State Officer at Large from Washington County. On the behalf of the many 4-H members participating in the 2018 Arkansas 4-H O-Rama, I can assure you that we appreciate the opportunity to experience all aspects of the University of Arkansas.
Conducting a successful program for more than 150,000 youth would be impossible without the support of many people. We are honored to have a few of these individuals as our guests this evening. Please stand as we call your name and hold all applause until everyone has been recognized. Dr. Mark Cochran, Vice President for Agriculture, University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture, and his wife, Alicia.
Dr. Rick Cartwright, Associate Vice President for Agriculture and Extension, and his wife, Miss Lynette Cartwright.
Dr. Vic Ford, Interim Associate Director for Agriculture and Natural Resources.
Dr. Martha Ray Starter, Interim Associate Director, Family Consumer Sciences and 4-H Youth Development.
Mr. Sam Boyster, Chief Operating Officer for Cooperative Extension, and his wife, Dana.
Miss Sharon Reynolds, Ozark District Director.
Ms. Beth Phelps, Ouachita District Director.
Mr. Jerry Clemens, Delta District Director.
Mrs. Angie Friel, Interim Department Head for 4-H Youth Development.
Mr. J.J. Pittman, Director of the C.A. Vines Arkansas 4-H Center.
State Senator Bruce Malik, longtime partner and supporter of the Division of Agriculture, Cooperative Extension, and Arkansas 4-H.
Ms. Samantha Montgomery, Government and Community Relations Representative for Attorney General Leslie Rhodes.
Mr. Ralph Shoptaw, past President of the Arkansas 4-H Foundation.
Ms. Judy Riley, Treasurer of the Arkansas 4-H Foundation, and her husband, Mr. Tom Riley.
Dr. Darlene Millard, former State 4-H Program Leader and Interim Executive Director and Vice President of the Arkansas 4-H Foundation.
Ms. Etta Marie Belden, Arkansas 4-H Alumni Association President.
Mrs. Karen Bell Fox, Arkansas Extension Homemakers Council President, and her guests, Ms. Marilyn Spence and Ms. Cheryl Stewart.
Ms. Diane Miller, Arkansas 4-H Adult Leaders Association President, and her husband, Mr. Dale Miller.
Ms. Jill Robertson, Arkansas Farm Credit Services, and her guests, Mr. Chuck and Mrs. Megan Mayo.
Ms. Lana Stovall, Farm Credit of Western Arkansas.
Dr. D.Q. Fields, Dean of the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences, and his wife, Dana.
Dr. Lona Robertson, Associate Dean, Dale Bumpers College of Agriculture, Food, and Life Sciences.
Dr. Jill Rucker, Assistant Professor of Agricultural Leadership at the U of A.
Ms. Cassandra Cox, Instructor of Agriculture Communications at the U of A.
Dr. Wayne McKay, Bumpers College Department Head for Horticulture, and his guest, Mrs. Jerry McKay.
Dr. Lawlet Verma, Bumpers College Department Head for Biological and Agriculture Engineering, and his wife, Ms. Arna Verma.
Dr. Michael Looper, Head of the Department of Animal Sciences, and his wife, Mrs. Jonetta Looper.
Dr. Christina Miller, Chief of Staff to the Vice President for Agriculture, and her guest, Ms. Robin Mizell from the Attorney General's Office.
Mrs. Rita Fleming, Chief Financial Officer for the U of A Division of Agriculture.
Ms. Stephanie Niebling, Assistant Director of External Relations for the U of A Division of Agriculture.
Mr. Brian Helms, Director of Stakeholder Relations for the Cooperative Extension Service.
Mr. Charles Ed Mabry, member of the Arkansas 4-H Foundation Board, and his wife, Venus.
Mr. Mark Harrison, Arkansas 4-H Foundation Board member, and his guest, Miss Elizabeth Solano.
Mr. Bill Dodgen, member of the Arkansas 4-H Foundation Board of Directors.
Charles and Sharon Killian, relatives of the late Dale Killian and members of the Fayetteville Rotary Club.
Mr. Jackson Alexander, State 4-H Program Associate and President of the Arkansas Association of Extension 4-H Agents.
Miss Valerie Turner, FCS agent from Monroe County, representing the Arkansas Association of Family and Consumer Sciences County Agents.
Mr. Keith Perkins, Staff Chair from Lonoke County and representative for Epsilon Sigma Phi.
Miss Cindy Ham, representing the Arkansas County Agricultural Agents Association.
Miss Caitlin Quinn Jennings, U of A Bumpers College Project Director for Scholarships and External Relations, and her husband, Marcus.
Miss Macy Kelly, National Officer Candidate and representative from the Arkansas FFA Association.
Let's give them a round of applause. We would now like to ask Dr. Rick Cartwright and Dr. Martha Ray Starter to come forward with a very special announcement.
Dr. Cartwright and I have the distinct honor to recognize two friends of 4-H. Serving as the 56th Attorney General of Arkansas and first woman elected to office, this year's first friend of 4-H believes face-to-face conversations lead to real solutions. Since taking office, she began a mobile office program for all 75 counties, a military veterans initiative, a mental theft prevention program, and a cooperative disability investigations program to stop fraud in Social Security disability. In addition to her state responsibilities, she actively works on multi-state issues with other attorney generals, which includes serving as vice chairwoman of the Republican Attorney Generals Association and vice chairwoman of the National Association of Attorney Generals Southern Region. She also established and co-chairs the National Association of Attorney Generals Committee on Agriculture. In 2017, this friend of 4-H fought for the University of Arkansas Division of Agriculture and Arkansas 4-H by providing a $2.5 million gift from the state of Arkansas's GIF fund. She also served as our keynote speaker for the 2017 State 4-H O-Rama Awards of Excellence ceremony. Your first 2018 Friend of 4-H goes to Arkansas Attorney General Leslie Rutledge. I think it's pretty widespread in the paper that our Attorney General is expecting her first child in the next 2 weeks. So Samantha Montgomery is with us tonight to accept this in her honor.
The Attorney General is very sorry that she couldn't be here, but thank you so much for this award, and she's so proud of everything that 4-H does, and she brags on you guys everywhere she goes. I think there is a short video from the Attorney General now.
Good evening. I'm Arkansas Attorney General Leslie Rutledge. It is such an honor to be recognized as a friend of 4-H. Having been raised on a cattle farm, married to a row crop farmer, I know firsthand the benefits of our 4-Hers into our agriculture community, but also as the Attorney General, I've learned firsthand the benefits of 4-Hers into all parts and all aspects of our life. So friends, I hope that 4-H is no longer the best kept secret in Arkansas. Take tonight and this week as an opportunity to tell everyone how great 4-H is, how it can impact your life to be a better Arkansan, a better citizen. Each of you has a calling in life. Whether it's to be a doctor, a scientist, a farmer, a rancher, a school teacher, I know that everyone in this room has a calling, so please answer that call and take care of Arkansas. And to the parents out there, thank you for getting your child engaged in 4-H programs. It means the world to us. On behalf of the state, thank you to the parents of all the 4-Hers. And to every one of you, thank you, God bless you, God bless our state of Arkansas, and certainly, God bless the United States of America.
I don't know if y'all saw me breathing hard, but I wasn't really sure that plaque was coming out. This year's second friend of 4-H grew up on a farm near Emerson, where he still farms today. In his youth, he was an active in 4-H and served as state president and national officer of the FFA. He is summa cum laude graduate from Southern Arkansas University with a BBA in business agriculture, where he served as student government president and received the Outstanding Student Award in the College of Business. Later, he received a Juris Doctor degree with honors from the University of Arkansas at Little Rock School of Law. After law school, he returned to Columbia County and began practicing law. Later, he joined Farmers Bank and Trust Company, where he serves as vice chairman and general. In his community, he served 10 years on the Columbia County Quorum Court and president of the Magnolia-Columbia County Chamber of Commerce and Columbia Bar Association. He's been a member of the Magnolia Economic Development Corporation and the Magnolia Airport Commission. He also served as chairman of the Arkansas FFA Foundation and Arkansas Cattlemen's Foundation. He has long been active in Arkansas Farm Bureau activities and supporting agricultural youth by donating his auctioneering services for charitable events throughout the area at multiple junior livestock show sales. He was selected to the Arkansas House of Representatives in 2004, 2006, and 2008, and was elected to the Arkansas Senate in 2012 and 2016. In the legislature, he served as chairman of the Freshman House Caucus and the House Joint Budget Committee, where he helped guide the legislature through its first fiscal session. He currently serves as chair of the Senate Rules Committee, co-chair of the Legislative Council Peer Committee, and serves on the Revenue, Tax, Agricultural, and Joint Budget Committees. Throughout his tenure, he's been recognized as Legislator of the Year by the Arkansas Realtors Association, Person of the Year by the Arkansas Municipal League, and was named one of the top 10 legislators by Top Business magazine. He and his wife live on a farm south of Magnolia, where they raise registered Brangus cattle and enjoy spending time with their 3 children and 5 grandchildren, all of which have exhibited 4-H livestock projects. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to announce your second 2018 Friend of 4-H Award to Senator Bruce Malek.
Thank you very much. I want you to know what an honor it is for me to be recognized by 4-H. I've been blessed to be recognized by a number of organizations and groups, but I can tell you that this one is a plaque that's going to go front and center on the wall because of the great respect and appreciation that I have for 4-H and its missions and its programs and the development of the leadership of our young people that's so much needed in our country today. I love our agricultural youth, and even though my interest and background is rural and agriculture, I know that 4-H is much broader than that, whether it's rural or urban or suburban and all the different activities. And so all I can do tonight is to challenge and encourage you to find your area of interest, which those of you that are here certainly have already done that because you're being recognized, and make the most of those opportunities. I was in 4-H. My 3 children were in 4-H. I have grandchildren that are in 4-H right now, and just encouraging them to do what you all have done. So I congratulate you on your success. I encourage you just to keep it up, to keep making the best better, and again, just tell you what an honor it is to be included in this group tonight. Thank you.
It's with the utmost gratitude that we extend a wild 4-H thank you to our 2018 Friends of 4-H. Arkansas 4-H members, these friends have shown us just how wild they are about what we do. So let's give them one more wild round of applause for their dedication to the 4-H program. We also want to recognize the continued partnership with the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. We appreciate everything ECA does to the youth of Arkansas's 4-H. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the screens as a very special 4-H supporter highlights the importance of Arkansas 4-H's highest honor.
Hi, I'm Governor Asa Hutchinson. The highest award that can be given to a 4-H'er is the Arkansas 4-H Governor's Award. This award recognizes an individual's achievement in 4-H and overall contribution to the 4-H program. For more than 30 years, outstanding 4-H members have been recognized for the exceptional work they've put into the program. Not only have they invested hard work and challenged themselves, but they've brought out the best in others. Tonight we'll highlight how our 4 finalists are continuing the tradition of excellence in 4-H. I'm proud of all 4 and look forward to how each one will improve 4-H and the state of Arkansas.
At this time, we would like to showcase the achievement of tonight's first Governor's Award finalist, Sarah Gardner from Washington County.
My 4-H career began with a flag etiquette speech when I was 8 years old. Soon later, I spoke at the Veterans Hospital on the topic of flag etiquette once more, and Senator John Bozeman, who was at the time our U.S. Congressman, came up to me afterwards and told me that both of his daughters were in 4-H, and then next to church, it was the best program for youth to be involved in. And his encouragement really stimulated my 4-H career. I know that whenever I first gave a speech, I was excited, but I was nervous because I'd never done it before, and going and speaking in front of people that I didn't know definitely was scary at first, definitely not knowing the audience, but 4-H has given me the skills to gain confidence and public speaking skills to speak in front of audiences, whether I'm talking to one person or 1,000. My main 4-H project is Achievement, which is a combination of citizenship, leadership, and public speaking. And so from my flag etiquette speech, I kind of stuck with this and began to be more passionate about patriotism and volunteering for veterans since the early age of 8 years old. But 4-H has allowed me to develop my own community service platform called Pledge to Patriotism, through which I have devoted almost 2,000 hours to volunteering for veterans and educated over 20,000 people about the importance of flag etiquette and patriotism. And I've been very humbled to be able to serve veterans throughout the years. And just being able, whether it's public speaking or putting flags up at Memorial Day or whatever capacity it is to serve them, I'm grateful for every outlet to use my talents and abilities to make a difference in the lives of those who have given us our freedom.
I just noticed something immediately when she was in 10th grade, that she had this leadership ability, and these other students kind of looked to her for answers and to follow her. She has a knack of knowing when to motivate. She has a knack of knowing when to teach, and she also has a knack of knowing when to put her foot down and say, time's time, we got to do this.
One of my favorite things about 4-H is that you can reach a diversity of people, and so it has been amazing to speak to elementary school classrooms and civic organizations such as Rotary and the Lions Club and different 4-H clubs all throughout the state and even on a national level. And so through 4-H, I've grown a greater appreciation for those around me and especially just a greater respect for others and understanding that everyone has different passions and everyone is changing the world in a different way.
I think we're seeing just a little small portion of what Sarah's going to do in life. And even at the age of 17, how much she's already accomplished between school and her outside passion, that there's no telling where it's going to go. 10 or 15 years from now, I'm going to talk to her and probably be tearful and crying because I know that she's doing something amazing. She's just one of those kids.
I have a goal to be the first female governor of Arkansas, and I know that with the leadership skills gained through 4-H that I will be able just to pursue my goals, and even if I might not reach them all, just to continue to dream more and to do more to ultimately make the best better, not only in my community, but in the lives of those around me. We all are world changers within 4-H, and that's the power of this organization, because each and every 4-H'er, whether they're in the program now or they're an alumni, are changing the world, and everyone is following their passions to truly make the difference and to make the best better.
Sarah, please join us on stage to be recognized as a 2018 finalist for your hard work and dedication to Arkansas 4-H. Congratulations, Sarah. The Arkansas 4-H Alumni Association has been a friend of the Arkansas 4-H program for many years. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Etta Marie Belden, President of the Arkansas 4-H Alumni Association. Ms. Belden.
Each year, the Alumni Association chooses at least a person who has been in 4-H or influenced by 4-H or did so much for 4-H to be our Alumni of the Year. This year, one of our honorees is Jim Baker of Faulkner County. He was raised in Pike County, joined 4-H as a boy, and has been a member for more than 65 years. And that's the way he says it. He says he's a 4-H member now as well as before. He thanks 4-H for teaching him to be involved in programs that motivated him to go to college and prepared him for life's challenges. His first election was song director at the Bethel 4-H Club in Pike County in 1957. In 1963, he was elected Southwest Area Vice President of Arkansas, back when we had more areas. In 1968, he moved to Conway. In 1971, he married Linda K. Nelson of Mount Vernon. They have 2 children, Monica and Jason. Both were involved in Faulkner County 4-H for 11 years and developed many professional skills. A 5th-generation cattleman, Jim spent his adult life advancing the state's cattle industry. He served on the Arkansas Livestock and Poultry Commission when the disease of brucellosis was threatening the industry. He was a part of the effort to eradicate the disease and move Arkansas into a brucellosis-free status. Jim was a member of the Arkansas Farm Bureau Board of Directors, Arkansas Cattlemen's Association, where he's president in 1983 and 84. He was general manager of Lewis Livestock Auction, helped it to become the 2nd largest auction in the Southeast. He He also worked for the Central Arkansas Production Credit Association. In 1994, President Bill Clinton appointed him the first administrator of grain inspection, packers, and livestock administrator in the U.S. Department of Agriculture. He is especially proud of being named Man of the Year in Arkansas Agriculture by Progressive Farmer magazine in 1999. He served 10 years on the 4-H Alumni Board and is a member of the Alumni Association. In 1915, Judge Baker was inducted into the Arkansas Agricultural Hall of Fame, a tremendous honor. Baker says that joining 4-H in 1952 was the first step in leading him to the Hall of Fame. He was elected Faulkner County Judge in 2014, and he says this is his 6th career. Did I leave that down there? Yes, I did. Imagine they want us over here. Get a picture.
He's still looking for a better deal if anybody knows one too.
Thank you, Ms. Belden. We appreciate your strong support of the alumni of the Arkansas 4-H program. Please welcome back our state president, Lane Fritch.
Thank you, Jaslyn. Once again, we'd like to remind everyone that tonight's event is being live streamed and recorded at www.uaex.edu/4hlive, which can also be found on the back of your event program. This evening, we are honored to have a very special guest with us to celebrate the many accomplishments of our outstanding Arkansas 4-H youth. Maggie Sands is the Vice President for Community Relations at Walmart, leading the company's effort to strengthen the investment stores and associates make in communities, neighborhoods, and with customers across the United States. Previously, Maggie was Senior Vice President and Chief Corporate Affairs Officer for Walmart Incorporated on assignment in China. She oversaw the corporation's public engagement strategy on key issues, including food safety and sustainability, retail sourcing, and e-commerce business units. Maggie was also served as the Vice President of International Corporate Affairs for Walmart, where she was responsible for leading the government relations, corporate communications, and reputation management efforts on behalf of the company's international division. As Vice President of Public Affairs and Government Relations, she led a team responsible for state and local government relations and political media strategy. Maggie had oversight for community, grassroots, and stakeholder outreach and helped manage part of Walmart's charitable giving at the community level. Maggie joined Walmart in 2004 after 15 years in government service and professional political employment, including advisory roles in the Michigan House of Representatives and management of political campaigns at the federal, state, and local level. Maggie serves on the board of directors for the United States China Strong Foundation and the National 4-H Council Board of Trustees. She holds a Master of Arts in International Relations from Boston University and a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science from Michigan State University. Taking her time out of her busy schedule to join us this evening is Walmart's Vice President of Community Relations and Wild 4-H enthusiast, Miss Maggie Sands.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the introduction, and thank you for including me in your special evening tonight. It's truly an honor to be here. It's an exciting night, and we're recognizing the work of a lot of talented people. Congratulations to all the young adults in the audience who participated in state-level contests, are receiving honor awards, are getting scholarships, and are becoming new 4-H officers. What a fun event to attend. To the state faculty, the 4-H leaders, and extension agents in the room, this is an equally big week for you, so congrats on your hard work turning out so well. So I love 4-H, and that's probably fortunate and a bit of a relief since I've got the microphone and I'm going to be talking for a while. My declaration of love probably needs some explanation, and that's how I'm going to use my time tonight. But before I do, I'm very proud to say that your hometown company, Walmart, my employer, also loves 4-H. The Walmart Foundation has supported 4-H programming for years, and at last count, I think we were nearing $14 million in funding nationwide to worthwhile programs, particularly in the area of healthy eating and wellness. And the Walmart Foundation supports 4-H because the programs drive results, and we believe in making a difference in our world. So thank you for all you do. As was mentioned, I was a 4-H'er, and I'd still be one today if I could. Aging out to me was very disappointing. At 18, I went to college, and practically speaking, I didn't have a way to prepare projects to be involved. But I was still age eligible, and what I did have was an awesome father who knew the value of the program and was willing to care for sheep for me and my friend so that we could squeak out just one more year. Every part of 4-H for me is fun, but Fair Week was absolutely the best. I was just at the county fair in Michigan where I grew up. I'd not been in a while because I've been living in China, but I can tell you it felt like I was never away. The smells were all the same, a cocktail of sawdust and manure and the sticky sweet of elephant ears brought me back to all of my youth. There's a rush of excitement, the fun and stress and nerves in the air for 4-H'ers doing the final prep work on their exhibits. But now the kids I used to 4-H with were the parents, and it was wonderful to see their children, the next generation of our youth leaders, making the fair all of their own. Being there flooded me with my own memories. I have lifelong friendships and an abundance of lessons I learned through 4-H that benefit me still today. My years in 4-H helped the person I have become, and I can easily attribute some of my success and happiness to what I learned in 4-H as a kid. We live in different times than when I grew up. That's true, and everybody knows it. It's not news. And in so many ways, the challenges that young adults face are so much harder than what my friends and I faced. But the incredible thing is that 4-H is equipping these kids with life skills that are timeless. They work in any situation, and they can and will make a difference in your life. They certainly helped me achieve my goals throughout my life, and it will give you an advantage in this increasingly challenging world. I'd like to talk about these skills or qualities. I really think of them as gifts bestowed on me from incredible leaders of my youth. Because recognizing what you learn from 4-H and combining it with your own unique strength, that's what gives you the ability and the wisdom to use it for higher purpose. For me, there were 3 important lessons: the importance of a hard work ethic, the importance of leadership, and a sense of community. I grew up in a rural environment. My parents were not farmers, but we had 10 acres and a barn full of horses and cows and sheep and pigs and ducks and goats, and you get the picture. And when I think back now, I'm very, very nostalgic. But in reality, you and I both know it was a heck of a lot of work. There was a nonstop list of things to do to maintain this life. And those endless hours of chores gave me one of my best assets, a strong work ethic. In our family, there were rules and standards, and I'm betting some of them might feel very familiar. Maybe the details aren't exactly the same, but the overarching theme will be. You woke up about 5 a.m. every weekday, especially painful in the dead of winter in Michigan, and trudged out to milk the goats before school, because their comfort, their safety, and their lives depended on you. You learned to be responsible. No matter how hungry you were and how much you wanted to eat dinner, Nobody was going to have a bite before barn chores were done. And the animals had their meal. Saturdays were for mucking stalls, and you were not going out with friends until you weeded 2 rows in the garden, and I hated weeding. If you forgot to shut the barn door, well, at night after barn chores, well, a fox might get in. So my parents would wake you up, and you'd head back out to the barn to close up what you forgot to do. Through 4-H, my siblings and I learned how to be responsible at a level commensurate with our capability. At 6 and 7, I fed the chickens. Later, graduated to rabbit duty, and then to milking goats. I had the strongest forearms in my grade. I was a really good arm wrestler. Giving the animals their shots and medicine came when I had the maturity and the judgment to do it properly. Chores like this taught me the value of work, taught me to enjoy the responsibility and the accomplishment, and never to see work as a burden. Let me assure you that this has been one of the most fortunate things to happen in my life, because it gives me satisfaction, a satisfying life, and helps me achieve my goals. 4-H also had an immense impact on my desire and capability to lead. I have a memory of attending my first 4-H meeting. I wasn't even old enough to be a 4-H'er, but I was the youngest kid in the family, and therefore I had to follow my siblings wherever they went. So it was time for the meeting to be called to order. We said the Pledge of Allegiance and the 4-H pledge, and then, wait a minute. I realized that the kids were in charge. They were leading the meetings and making the club decisions. I was immediately enamored. At that time, I could not have articulated what it took to be a leader or why it was important, but I knew it was for me. Maybe it was because I was the youngest of 5, and I was just looking for my chance to be in charge. Over the years, the older 4-H'ers and the 4-H leaders taught me what I needed to know. They did pretty well at the time, because I went on to become president of my club, of my county livestock club, and my high school student council. As an adult, I've been fortunate enough to manage large-scale campaigns in major departments within Walmart. Throughout your life, there will be many times when you're asked to lead, both formally and informally, to make good decisions and to bring others along with you. 4-H can give you the technical skills to do this, but it also teaches qualities like empathy, inclusiveness, teamwork, and how to make principled decisions that are needed more than ever. They make good leaders into great leaders. So to all the 4-H'ers here tonight, I challenge you to step out of your comfort zone and help lead. You have wonderful people standing by your side who can help you learn what you need, and you can take this country and our people to its next incredible place. One final lesson that I learned from 4-H that I want to mention is actually here in great display tonight. It's the value of a strong community. We're reminded of the importance of community in many ways in 4-H. It's in the words of our 4-H pledge, in the service projects we do, and even in Fair Week, you learn about being part of a larger effort. Indulge me for one last story, but I want to tell you about a family who taught me about community and caring for others in a single act of generosity that left an indelible impression. I mentioned that I raised goats. That doesn't mean that I was any good, that I knew very much about them, nor could my family afford breeding stock that was of high quality. But there was a family, the Pickerings. Well, they were the stars of the Oakland County goat world. All the prizes went to them, frankly, because they knew what they were doing and they worked hard. They also had a daughter my age, and she was my theoretical competition. I was always being bested by that Patricia Pickering. Well, one autumn, to my utter astonishment, the Pickerings came up to our house and gave me a goat. Came up and dropped her off. And she was a beaut. She was just about as perfect as a goat could be. The next year, I took her to fair, and she swept the competition, and she beat Patricia Pickering's goat. She was so well trained that she helped me win showmanship awards as well. As a kid, I couldn't understand this kindness. Why would they do this for me? But see, the Pickerings were magnanimous. They believed in investing in the people in their community and helping those whose lives they touched. This selfless act and kind act gave me a chance to understand how it felt to achieve something important. They taught me what it was to be part of a healthy and supportive community. I guess what they were trying to teach me stuck. Now I'm lead community relations at Walmart, and I help our stores and company give back to the communities we serve. And my life is all the better for it. So I want the 4-Hers here to look around you, at the parents, the leaders, the extension agents, the university staff, the donors, and the officials that are here supporting you today. You have passionate, tireless, dedicated group of adults who are spending their time, money, and energy to make sure that your lives are enriched. It's a beautiful community that's dedicated to helping you succeed and to be happy. So if you're one of these adults, please stand up as the 4-Hers and I thank you. Please stand up. And that's the right way to end my comments here tonight, in gratitude to a program that helped shape me and is shaping our future. Starting right here with the 4-Hers in our room. Congratulations to all of you who are being honored tonight. You are our bright future. Thank you.
Maggie, I would like to thank you on behalf of Arkansas 4-H for sharing your story as well as your vision for the future of 4-H. Let's give Maggie one more wild 4-H round of applause. At this time, we would like to showcase the achievements of tonight's second Governor's Award finalist, Mary Alice Cole from Izard County.
.4-H is something that has something for everyone. It has shooting sports, it has sewing, I've learned robotics, I've done things that I'd never thought that I would be able to do in an organization, and it's just incredible. And the leadership skills and the community service and everything else combined, it's just an amazing organization. I got my start in 4-H with chickens, the poultry chain actually. We moved and my mother decided that she wanted chickens, and so we brought home 50 chickens, and it kind of branched from there. When I started 4-H, I thought I was going to be a meteorologist. And then I thought that I was going to be a vet. And I always dreamed about being a photographer, doing something with a camera since I was little, but 4-H gave me the opportunity to hold a professional camera, a DSLR camera, and I had never had access to that before. And so I had the opportunities and the abilities to compete around the state and even the country in photography contests, and that sparked my love for photography.
I've seen a lot of youth come through our program, and a lot of them like to involve an activity or two into their life. Mary Alice involved life into 4-H. What she did, it was involved through 4-H somehow.
There's a food pantry in Melbourne that I volunteer at during Thanksgiving and the Christmas. And to be from such a small town, to see the 100 families that we feed and their sparkle in their eye whenever I hand them their turkey or their food for their Christmas or Thanksgiving meal is something that I will never be able to experience anywhere else. They are so thankful that they will have food on the table, and I would not be able to do that without the Manna House. One very important county O-Rama that I remember
is a time that a young girl came over to me and she needed help in her very first 4-H event, and she was doing fashion review, and I've done fashion review for a very long time, and so I got to walk her through her very first 4-H event, and that was so inspirational and so amazing to me because I remember my very first 4-H event, and I remember every person that helped me through that, and I remember I was so nervous. So to be a part of that experience with her was very amazing for me.
I've seen Mary Alice helping a youth in the livestock barn at the fair in the morning and put on a green jacket and be at the Capitol that afternoon with our leadership representing 4-H. Mary Alice, just a young girl from Izard County to achieve the state 4-H president, it's taken her a lot of places. She's been a shining light in our community. We appreciate all she's done for our program.
Coming into 4-H, I never had any idea that I would stand in front of thousands of people and say that I'm president of an organization that reaches 145,000 youth across the state. I've been able to travel the country. Being a part of that has completely changed my life.
Mary Alice, please join us on stage to be recognized as a 2018 finalist for your hard work and dedication to Arkansas 4-H. Congratulations, Mary Alice. Now let's welcome back Lane French.
At this time, Sarah Gardner, Ozark District Vice President, and Katie Head, Delta District Vice President, will introduce the state scholarship winners. Although we know you want to go wild for our outstanding 4-H winners, we ask that during the awards, you do not come to the front to take pictures so we can keep the program flowing. We have a photographer taking pictures, and these pictures will be made free to you at the UAEX Flickr account, which can be found in your program. The purpose of the 4-H scholarship program is to recognize outstanding 4-H members for their accomplishments in project work, citizenship, leadership, and to encourage additional study at institutions of higher learning. Few statewide organizations can boast about giving more than $100,000 in scholarship and sponsorship money, but Arkansas 4-H continues to exceed that number. This year's recipients will come forward to receive their checks as we give some information about each scholarship. Dr. Rick Cartwright and Mr. Ralph Shoptaw will present the awards.
The Ada and Tyrell Anderson 4-H Scholarship was established to recognize and memorialize the care and concern that the Andersons have throughout their lives for youth in Madison and Washington counties. This year's recipient is Jordan Horn of Washington County. Jordan will receive $6,000.
The Robert D. and Betty F. Oliver Scholarship was originally created to honor the Olivers' parents. The scholarship is for 4-H members who plan to pursue degrees from the University of Arkansas and have excelled as leaders and citizens within their communities. This year, Caleb Swears from Lonoke County earned this scholarship. Caleb will receive $4,000.
This year's recipient of the John W. White Scholarship is Allison Watson from Benton County. Allison will receive $1,000.
The Dennis R. Millard Memorial 4-H Scholarship was created to assist a past or present 4-H member enrolled in a 2- or 4-year institution. The 4-H member must have excelled in leadership, community service, and 4-H mentoring. This year's Millard Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Maria Eatman of Pike County, who will receive $1,000.
Next is the C.A. and Joy Vines Scholarship. Mrs. Vines was an outstanding 4-H member and lifetime supporter of Extension work. Mr. Vines spent 40 years with the University of Arkansas serving in various roles such as County Extension Agent and Interim Vice President for Agriculture. He also served the Arkansas 4-H Foundation and was instrumental in the building of our beloved 4-H Center. The recipient of this year's scholarship is Emily Branham of Sebastian County. Emily will receive $1,000.
The next scholarship was established in 1981 and recognizes a graduating high school senior and an Arkansas 4-H team star who has done outstanding work in the area of leadership. Receiving $1,000 for the Jack O. and Jenny D. Jennings Scholarship is Jared McPeak from Saline County. Jared is unable to attend tonight, and accepting the award on his behalf is his sister, Julia McPeak.
The Oaklawn Jockey Club and Arkansas Livestock Show scholarships are sponsored by the Arkansas State Fair. To be eligible, a 4-H member must have shown livestock at the state fair during the past 3 years and be a high school senior. The first recipient is Blaine Huddleston from Randolph County. The second recipient is Allison Sellers from Faulkner County. The final recipient is Katie Head from Greene County. Each of these recipients will receive $625. The Raymond C. Cox Scholarship is made possible by the Arkansas 4-H Alumni Association. The Alumni Association awards their scholarships in honor of the late Raymond C. Cox, the first state chairman. Mrs. Etta Marie Belden, representing the Alumni Association, will make the presentation. This year's first recipient is Kendall Yarbrough from Benton County. Kendall will receive $500 for her studies. This year's second recipient is Lainey Rebke from Washington County, who will also receive $500.
In 1994, Arkansas 4-H members gained the opportunity to apply for the Maida Asbell Scholarship. Ms. Asbell was a longtime supporter of 4-H, and making this presentation is Mr. Ralph Shoptaw. This year's recipient is Aaliyah Smith from Prairie County. Aaliyah will receive $400. The Seidenstricker Family Scholarship was established to recognize an outstanding Arkansas 4-H member. This year's recipient is Sarah Gardner from Washington County. Sarah will receive $1,000. Arkansas 4-H is pleased to offer the Fayetteville Rotary Club Dale Killian Memorial Scholarship. This student must be from Washington County and planning on attending the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville. The recipient this year is Sierra Burnett from Washington County, who will receive $1,000.
The Mr. Bill Outstanding Animal Science 4-H Scholarship was created to continue the incredible legacy of Mr. Bill Duro, who worked for 40 years at the Arkansas State Fair. Mr. Bill loved working with youth, and his memorial scholarship is awarded to a past state fair exhibitor who has exemplified excellence in leadership and has demonstrated a commitment to pursuing a career in the animal science industry. This year's scholarship recipient is Katie Head from Greene County, who will receive $1,500. Joining us on stage to present the award is Dr. Chelsea Ahrens, 4-H Youth Livestock Specialist. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas has been a longtime supporter of the Arkansas 4-H program. With deep roots in the agricultural industry and beyond, Farm Credit is once again honored to present 2 scholarships to Arkansas 4-Hers. The first scholarship is awarded to Violet Mefford from Newton County, who will receive $1,000. The second scholarship goes to Sagely Burnett from Washington County, who will also receive $1,000.
Congratulations to these winners. Let's give them all another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, please again turn your attention to the video screens as we highlight the achievements of tonight's third Governor's Award finalist, Katie Gardner from Washington County.
I like 4-H because of the endless opportunities it provides and the doors that it opens. For someone like me, I've never grown up on a farm, I've never even had a pet, and there's often a stereotype that because I'm in 4-H, I live on a farm and I have animals that I show in the fair, but 4-H truly has shown me that the project opportunities are truly endless. Whether you be interested in animals or be interested in dance, there is a place for everyone in 4-H, and I think that's what makes it so special. It is a program that truly invests in not only you now and your projects, but in the future. It's a program that takes the learning experiences that you've had through your projects and gives you a long-term goal and a long-term plan to pursue.
I have known Miss Katie Gardner since she was in the 4th grade when she and her classmates came to our hospital with lap robes that they had made and they were donating to our veterans. She has become one of our teen volunteers and has volunteered for 5 years. And she loves our veterans and our veterans love her.
I remember whenever I was first getting involved in 4-H, I went to perform in a nursing home for the first time. And I was very interested in dance. And whenever I realized that this was an opportunity where I was able to serve others and do something that I loved and do it through a 4-H project, that's when I really realized that 4-H was something I wanted to be a part of because it truly gives you an opportunity to do something that you love.
She has learned responsibilities. She has learned to speak very well, and I think these are avenues that will take her far in what she wants to do with the rest of her life.
I would have never dreamed that I would be serving in 4-H at the state and national level. Since then, I have been my county's 4-H president, I have been a state 4-H ambassador, and most recently I was named a member of the National Congress Youth Design Team, which is super exciting. I get to be in charge of planning the National 4-H Congress in Atlanta, and I could not be more thrilled to be a part of such an incredible team and have this incredible opportunity through 4-H. One of my favorite things that 4-H has provided me are the people that I have encountered and the connections that I've made through 4-H. And this is far beyond just right here in my county or just in my state, but it's worldwide. I've made friends living in Puerto Rico and Hawaii, and these friends are people that I'm in contact with every day. And it's incredible to me that 4-H is something that we are able to have a universal bond through. It's something that, although we might not always speak the same language, we are able to connect with each other on this incredible level where we're interested in the same projects or the same topic areas. And these are things that we're able to connect with because we are all 4-Hers and we all have green blood.
I think Katie's smile is the first thing that you notice. And that is very important as a volunteer, as a community-minded person, and a young person dealing with our veterans. You know, sometimes they may not feel real well, but they get that sunny smile from that volunteer, and it makes their day, and it makes all the difference.
It's honestly hard to pick out one thing that stands out as a highlight for me in my 4-H experience, but the incredible opportunities that Arkansas 4-H has provided me are ones that I will cherish forever. Arkansas 4-H is a program that has invested in my life and is a program that truly cares about the future of the youth that it supports, and I think that speaks for itself about how incredible 4-H is in the lives of our youth.
Katie, please join us on stage to be recognized as a 2018 finalist for your hard work and dedication to Arkansas 4-H. Congratulations, Katie. At this time, please help me in welcoming Noah Luke Smith, State Officer at Large.
Thank you, Katie. As many of you know, U.S. Senator John Bozeman has been a longtime supporter of the 4-H program, and his daughters were state record book winners from Benton County. The senator was disappointed he could not join us this evening, but he graciously sent us a message of praise, encouragement, and goodwill to share with us tonight. Please turn your attention to the video screens as we hear a message from our senior senator.
I'm sorry that I can't be with you tonight. The Senate schedule keeps me busy in Washington, but I wanted to share how proud I am to support 4-H and celebrate the achievements of 4-H youth with record book awards, scholarships, and the Governor's Award. 4-H is a wonderful organization that impacts the lives of so many young Arkansans. My 3 daughters benefited immensely from their participation in 4-H. They were all state record book winners, and their participation made a big impact on our family. We all fondly recall their experiences in the program. I've seen firsthand how 4-H develops skills for future success. My daughters are part of more than 140,000 Arkansas youth who have participated in the 4-H's mission of creating sustainable community change through activities centered around citizenship, healthy living, and science. 4-H plays such a vital role in many rural communities across our state and in all corners of America. It's important that we recognize the work that it does to shape the lives of our next generation of leaders. It's also a pleasure meeting with 4-H participants, whether in Washington or in Arkansas. Earlier this year, I was honored to recognize the partnership between the 4-H and Congressional Award Program. At the kickoff celebration in April, I shared how these programs complement each other. They encourage young people to make positive choices, develop their skills and interest, and support the community. The 4-H motto is to make the best better. I'm confident that the organization and the people honored here tonight will just continue to do just that. I commend your efforts to build a brighter, better future for yourselves and our country.
Let's give one wild 4-H round of applause for our Senator Bozeman and all he does to support Arkansas 4-H. The next group of winners have worked hard to make their projects the best they can be. They have excelled in their project areas. Through 4-H projects, members learn life skills such as decision-making, communication, responsibility, service to their community, and record keeping. Tonight, we honor these outstanding 4-H members for their hard work. Many years ago, Mr. C.A. Vines, an extension legend, established the C.A. Vines Medallion as a form of recognition for state record book winners. Mr. Ralph Shotall, past president of the 4-H Foundation, will be presenting these medallions to the winners. Announcing our prestigious winners are Sagely Burnett, State Officer at Large from Washington County, and Mallory Perkins, State Officer at Large from Lonoke County. As we recognize our 2018 state project winners, we would like to give special recognition to the organizations, businesses, and individuals through their contributions make this award possible. Many friends of 4-H have provided the resources to make each record book winner's trip to the National 4-H Congress a reality and will afford opportunities for 4-H members to pursue higher education as well. A list of tonight's donors may be found in your program. Please hold your applause until after each group of record book winners has been recognized.
Thank you, Noah Luke. Tonight's first category of record book recipients represent the Animal Science Initiative area and will be sponsored by the 4-H Livestock Fund and the Arkansas Livestock Show Association. Julie Griffin, Benton County, Dairy. Alex Joyce, Benton County, Horse. Brent Clark, Faulkner County, Poultry Science. Sierra Puckett, Faulkner County, horse. Jessica Griffin, Greene County, swine. Sarah Gaskin, White County, goats.
The next category of record book winners come to us from the Encouraging Individual Development Initiative areas. These awards are sponsored by the Arkansas Association of Cooperative Extension Specialists, Arkansas Farm Bureau, Riceland Foods, Miss Beth Phelps, and the Williams family. Macy Davis, Benton County, Arts and Humanities. Melissa Hope, Benton County, citizenship. Noah Luke Smith, Faulkner County, leadership. Katie Lynn Haney, Howard County, citizenship. Cody Jameson, Howard County, photography. Ellis Friel, Saline County, citizenship. Shakota Herder, Searcy County, Arts and Humanities.
Our next record book winners are from the Enhancing Health and Wellbeing Initiative area. These awards are sponsored by the Sue Marshall Endowment and Dr. Martha Race Order. Georgia Patterson, Carroll County, Health and Fitness. Tanner Adams, Clark County, Foods and Nutrition / Food Preparation. Hannah Helms, Clark County, Foods and Nutrition / Food Preparation. Heather Wilson, Franklin County, Foods and Nutrition / Food Preparation. Ethan Jacobs, Pope County, Safety. Veronica Rivas, Sevier County, Health and Fitness. Zoe Armstrong, Washington County, Safety.
The next group of advanced record book winners will be representing the Extending Resources, Plant and Soil Science, and Protecting the Environment initiatives. These initiative winners are sponsored by the Sue Marshall Endowment, the Arkansas Association of Family and Consumer Science Agents, the Hazel Jordan Endowment, the Southern Cotton Ginners, the Arkansas Association of Extension 4-H Agents, and Riceland Foods. Aaliyah Smith, Prairie County, Extending Resources. Joining us on stage to present this award is Valerie Turner, representing the FCS Association. I was just told this. Luke Wilson, Cleburne County, Plant and Soil Science. Cody Ogden, Madison County, Plant and Soil Science. Sierra Burnett, Washington County, Gardening and Horticulture. Isabella Norsworthy, Washington County, Gardening and Horticulture. Abigail Norsworthy, Washington County, Gardening and Horticulture. Callie Newsom, Greene County, Shooting Sports. Joining us on stage to present this award and the next award is Jackson Alexander, President of the Arkansas Association of Extension 4-H Agents. Audra Bridges, Logan County, Outdoor Adventures.
Our final group of record book winners represent the Strengthening Families, Utilizing Science and Technology, and Valuing Agriculture Initiative areas. These awards are sponsored by the Sue Marshall Endowment, Epsilon Sigma Phi, and the Arkansas County Agents Association. Legend Kavanaugh, Washington County, Family Life. Will Phillips, Arkansas County, Entomology. Joining us on stage is Keith Perkins, representing Epsilon Sigma Phi. Tabitha Crawley, Benton County, Entomology. Matt Lambert, Benton County, Technology and Engineering. Christian Maddox, Pulaski County, Technology and Engineering. Blaine Huddleston, Randolph County, Agriculture. Joining us on stage to present this award is Cindy Ham, representing the Arkansas County Agriculture Agents Association.
Congratulations to our 2018 record book winners. At this time, we would like to showcase the achievements of tonight's final Governor's Award finalist, Lane Fritch from Benton County.
I got involved in 4-H when I was 11 years old, and some friends invited me to their 4-H club, which was a horsemanship project club. And after a couple years in the horsemanship 4-H club, I ended up moving on to a community 4-H club, which was called Logan 4-H. So 4-H is important to me because it has made me into somebody I never thought existed. From being just a newbie in my 4-H club to now I'm the state 4-H president. A couple years ago, if you asked me then,
do you want to be a state officer? I would have told you no. That's why it's so important to me, because it teaches us so many things like community service and the importance behind giving back to your community, but also being a leader in your community.
And Lane has always led by example. She's always got her hands dirty and jumped in and done it. The younger kids look up to that, and the older kids just admire her qualities and her ability to be able to handle the different situations that she finds herself in. You always know if you've got a job that needs to be done, she's going to jump in there and do it.
When I was young, I was extremely quiet, and a lot of people just thought I was weird, but really I was extremely shy. And so why I chose leadership was because I wanted to make a difference, and I wanted to reach out to those 4-Hers and those younger kids wherever I go that maybe need a good role model, need somebody just to reach out to them and say, hey, let's get you involved, let's see what we can do and get you started on your 4-H journey or your 4-H path.
She has this unique ability to be able to take a group of kids that may be bored with what they're doing and say, hey, let's go do this, and just pull something out of her bag and get them all involved. Lane was always one that whatever the next opportunity was, if it was going to be a recipe contest, a baking contest, a sewing contest, she tried it all.
So my main project is Arts and Humanities with a focus on music. I focus on my instrumental and my vocal, and I perform across the state, so I've had opportunities to perform for the governor. I performed at National 4-H Conference in 2016.
1, 2, 3, whoa.
So some of the things that I do here at Horses for Healing is I will come in early and I'll help go catch horses, and I'll bring them up, and then we groom them, and then we start tacking them. I really love Horses for Healing and what it's given me and what I am allowed to do here. What my motto has been this year is making my best better, doing everything I possibly could to be there for other 4-Hers, be there for the adults, the extension agents if they needed something, or if they wanted me to come and help out with something. I was most of the time there. Making my best better has been my #1 goal, because in 4-H, we strive for excellence.
Lane, please join us on stage to be recognized as a 2018 finalist for your hard work and dedication to 4-H, Arkansas 4-H.
Congratulations, Lane. I would now like to ask Dr. Darlene Millard, former Arkansas 4-H State Leader, Intern Foundation Board, and sponsor of the Governor's Award, to come to the stage. Dr. Millard will be joined by Dr. Rick Cartwright, Dr. Martha Ray Sauter, and Dr. Christine Miller to present the 2018 Governor's Award. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please turn your attention to the video screens for a very special announcement from Governor Asa Hutchinson.
All 4 of these finalists have done excellent work, and we are all proud of you. Now it is my honor to announce the 2018 Arkansas 4-H Governor's Award recipient, Sarah Gardner.
Congratulations to the Governor's Awards finalists, Governor's Award winner, and all of tonight's honorees. We would like to again thank the Arkansas Electric Cooperatives and the Arkansas Farm Bureau Federation for making this evening possible. Let's all give them a round of applause for being wild about 4-H. Thanks to the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, everyone gets a customized 4-H gift, which can be picked up by your county agent or program assistant before they leave tonight. Don't forget, you can always follow our Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter feed with their username at Arkansas 4-H. Tonight is County Night Out. Enjoy this time with your fellow 4-Hers and celebrate the hard work of 4-Hers from all across Arkansas. New and retiring ambassadors will be recognized at the closing awards assembly tomorrow evening at 6:00 p.m. here in the ballroom. Ambassadors, please wear your polos and khakis to that event. Once again, we would like to thank you for joining us this evening, and a special thanks to all the donors who supported tonight's awards. This concludes our program for the Arkansas 4-H Awards of Excellence ceremony. We are adjourned.